Hey everyone, we've got some pretty exciting news out of the cosmos today. You know how we were talking about those mini moons, the ones that sort of just, hang out around Earth for a bit?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? We've got one right now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called 2024 PT5. It's going to be our little cosmic roommate, at least for a little while.
Really?
And we're going to dive into all the details, what it is, where it came from, why scientists are so jazzed about this thing.
Whoa. Okay, well, let's hear it. What is it? What is 2024 PT5?
So picture this, okay? It's this mini moon.
Right?
Think like roughly the size of a school bus cruising around our planet.
Wild, huh? A school bus, huh?
Yeah. And get this, they just discovered it last month, and it's officially joining Earth's orbit on September 29th.
So it's like right on our doorstep.
Basically. But here's the thing, and this is what I find so cool. This isn't like, some rare cosmic lottery win.
Right.
These mini moons, or, what they really are temporarily captured asteroids. They're actually way more common than you'd think.
So they just kind of wander in and out.
It's kind of like having a friend crash on your couch for a bit,
Yeah.
They go, sometimes they even come back again. It's not a one-time visit.
Oh, really? They come back?
Yeah, I know, right? It's wild. But before we get into that whole coming back thing, let's talk about this whole orbiting situation, because it's not like our moon, right? This one has like a horseshoe-shaped path.
Yeah, you're talking about its orbit. It's definitely not your average orbit. Think of it this way, okay? Imagine you're in a car on a racetrack. You're 2024 PT5.
Okay, I'm 2024 PT5.
Got it. Right. And Earth is in the lane next to you, moving just a bit faster. As Earth starts to get closer, its gravity, it acts like a tow rope, kind of pulling you along. But instead of colliding, instead of crashing, you get swung around Earth.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then you slow down, you drift back to your original lane, and Earth, it catches back up again. So it's this really delicate dance between momentum and gravity.
That is so cool. It's like a cosmic game of tag or something.
Yeah.
Earth in 2024 PT5, just like,
Taking turns.
yeah, chasing each other.
Exactly. And just like a dance.
Yeah.
This orbital tango, and it has a rhythm, right? It's very specific. And our little mini moon pal is going to be with us for about 56.6 days.
Okay.
And then it breaks free from Earth's pole on November 25th.
Okay, so we've got it for a bit.
We do, but here's the thing. It's not gone for good. It swings back around for a little see ya later, fly by on January 9th, 2025.
Oh, so we get like a little bonus of it. Okay, so you said it might come back again in 2055, right? Like what makes these mini moons come back?
Well, we see these repeat visits, and every time they come back, it's a huge opportunity for scientists.
Like, besides just being super cool.
Oh, absolutely. This is invaluable stuff. See, 2024 PT5, with its little trip around the sun and, these little meetups with Earth, they really make us wonder, where did it even come from?
Right. Yeah, that's a good question. Is it just some random, I don't know, space rock just passing through? Or is there something more to it?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Astronomers are trying to figure that out right now. There's this theory that it might belong to a group called the Arjunas.
Arjunas.
Yeah.
There.
And these aren't your average asteroids, okay? The Arjunas, they're like this family of space objects, and they all share a similar orbit near Earth. So think of them like siblings, all hanging out in the same cosmic neighborhood.
Oh, okay. So like our little mini moon, it might have a whole bunch of siblings out there.
It might. And if it does, if 2024 PT5 is one of these Arjunas, it could change how we look at, like, the really early solar system.
Oh, wow.
You see, if it formed with the other Arjunas, it's probably not just some piece of space junk. It could be a relic from, way back when, the very beginning of our cosmic neighborhood.
Wow. It's like finding like a tiny little fossil, except it's, zooming through space.
Exactly.
They've tracked it back 60 years.
Incredible, isn't it?
That's so cool. And there were even a couple of close calls, right? 1937, 1960, 1982, and 2003.
Yeah, it really makes you realize how much is happening out there, even if we can't see it all the time. And the only reason we know about these close calls is because of systems like ATLS, which is how we found 2024 PT5 in the first place.
Oh, right. ATLAs. It's not just for finding mini moons, right?
No, not at all.
It's like it's keeping an eye out for, for any asteroids that maybe don't have the best intentions.
Yeah, exactly. And what's really wild is that when we look at these mini moons, even the harmless ones like 2024 PT5, it gives us this chance to learn about how our solar system actually formed. It's like they're like little time capsules, right? Each one has these little clues about like billions of years ago.
So we're not just tracking where they are now, but we can figure out like their whole deal.
I mean, think about it. If we analyze what 2024 PT5 is made of, we might be able to tell if it was born way out in the outer solar system or closer in.
Wow.
And that could tell us a lot about like how the planets themselves moved around and changed over time. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it really is. It's crazy how these little rocks just zipping around, they have so much to tell us.
They really do. And keep in mind, this isn't even our first mini-moon rodeo.
Right.
Back in 2020, remember, that little guy, like only 11 feet wide, hung out with us for 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was that, what they call a quasi-satellite in 2016, kind of like a cosmic hanger-on stuck with Earth's gravity for almost a century.
Wow, so Earth's got like a revolving door of visitors.
We do. And every single one has its own story.
That's amazing. Makes you wonder, what else is out there? What haven't we seen yet?
That's the beauty of it all, right? Always more to discover.
Definitely. Well, on that note, I think we've got to wrap up our deep dive for today. But before we go, I do have one last thought. What if, and just hear me out here, what if we could send like a tiny little probe to 2024 PT5 during its visit? What would we want to know? What would we learn? Something to think about. Until next time, everyone, keep looking up.